the home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. Woo! Another red flag's done popped up on the one that I call Con Time Deion Sanders. Now, the thing is, will his man-crushing minions out there, his brainwashed following, finally realize that this guy, he's not just selfish, but he's just a plain old con, a fake. Let's talk about it. Well, here we are again, riding on in on that outlaw posse once again. The outlaw posse is in effect. This is the outlaw of college football. Acronymically speaking, that is the OCF, also known as JPC. Also, you can check me out on Twitter at OCF Productions. Now, this little nugget has been brought to me by one of those common Joes and Sals in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads, once again. And this one was George Contupis, a.k.a. Killer Breeze, one of our loyal supporters and listeners of the show. Appreciate it, George. I'm going to throw the little nugget up here in just a second so we can decipher everything that the one they call Coach Prime, which sounds like a cartoon character off the Transformers, by the way. He wants to be taken seriously, but he wants to call himself a cartoon character. So we'll stick with Con Time. How about that? Con Time says, if you're looking at this article, he's basically telling the media that they can't ask him questions about the recruits because he don't know their names. Really? You don't know their names? That'd be different if it was an 80 or 90 man roster that you had to remember. I can understand that. And hell, those players have been around for a while. But these players, it's not but like 20 to 25 recruits, Deion. You mean to tell me that you don't know their names and you signed them to a scholarship? And he wants to just play it off like it's okay, like it's a normal thing that coaches can't remember. And these coaches just won't come out and say it because they're not blunt enough to admit it. Because that's his big thing. He likes to be blunt and he thinks it's cute. Just like in the article here, what even gets me, galls me even more, is he's talking about, well, if I don't remember the names, I'll give them nicknames. Yeah, that's real cute, man. That's how he gets out of things. He says cute-ass things, little backhanded smack talk-like remarks that people really love. But it's going to be about as cute as Les Miles eating grass when you start losing. Because you got 4 and 5 star recruits now, but everybody else does too. This ain't the HBCU where you can lure in 3 or 4 4 or 5 star athletes with false promises and stuff that you never intend on making good on and have an advantage on the HBCU teams because none of them are playing up to even Division I AA level, aka FCS, whatever they call it. Deion is just a big old farce, man. And what really gets me is people will throw out that Christian thing. Like he's some Christian man. Anybody can claim to be a Christian. And sure enough, he may be a Christian. But he doesn't really portray himself like that because all he's about is Deion. He wants the press conferences. He wants the accolades. But he don't want the hard questions. He can't even ask the man the name of some of his players, man. The players that he just recruited. So Deion Sanders is going to give him nicknames because, he's the self-anointed god of college football and he can just rename everybody because you know why? This is what he don't want you to know is the reason why he's going to give him nicknames is what he just said. He just outed himself and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to deflect away from what he just said because he realizes he probably said something pretty stupid. He wants to give nicknames because he can't remember the name. He just said it himself. It's a lot easier to remember someone's name or nickname that you give them yourself. There goes Frog. Oh, gee, there goes Jackass and Winnie the Pooh. What the hell, man? Really? How can y'all defend this, man? I mean, if I'm a recruit and I heard him say that, I'd be offended that my head coach doesn't know my name. What it tells me is that Deion went way above and beyond delegating. He went and basically told everybody to do the legwork for him. Because I can guarantee you this, Nick Saban may not know every intricate detail of the recruits like some of his recruiters do. But I can promise you this, he knows their name, he's watched their film, and he's not going to sign off on a scholarship for a player that he hasn't looked at or he don't at least know their name, Deion. And that's why you're not going to be a success in big-time football, man. Because now your little 4- and 5-star athletes that you lured in to the HBCUs with false promises, now everybody's got those and got more of them than you do. Everybody thinks Deion's going to come in and win all these games and come in maybe go 9-3 or 10-2 his first year like Lincoln Riley. That shit's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. And Colorado, even though USC was 4-8, Colorado's in a lot worse shape than USC, and they do not have the tradition that a USC does. So I'll be interested to see what happens when Coach Prime Transformer starts losing games. And he's going to lose games, whether y'all like it or not. He's going to lose 6 or 7 games. And then I'll be interested to see how long he sticks it out. Because a lot of these players that are divas or big name players that are real famous, when they start losing, they can't take it, man. They just quit. Sort of like Magic Johnson did back in the day when he was the brief head coach of the Lakers. I think he didn't even coach maybe 20 games. They can't handle it. And he's not going to be able to handle it. I fully expect in 2 years, since he can't remember his recruits' names, I fully expect in 2 years Deion Sanders will either be out of football as far as coaching, he may even be fired. Guys and gals, tell me what you think about all this. Do you think I'm overreacting to it? Do you think that this is like a big red flag once again? Do you think those people out there, those minions and those Deion man crushers out there, you think they're going to continue to put Deion's poster on the ceiling above their wall at night and think all sorts of loving, caring things about Coach Contime? Probably will have a few of them that'll still have the poster over their ceiling. Drop it in the comments section. Tell me what you think about all this. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, there's a heart down here. If you don't mind, hit that. Throw a few dollars in the coffers. As always, KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially dismissed.